Hey everyone, surprise video this week, but since we started playing Overwatch again a little bit and played a lot of Gundam Evolution, the topic of people going like, my aim sucks, I cannot shoot anything on mouse and keyboard, and I just generally am not very good at first-person shooters, came up a lot. So in today's video, I am going to go over how to get better at shooting in first-person shooters. What are some things you need to think about? What kind of equipment you need and why you need that equipment. Accuracy on most hand cannons is about 35% in most games, so not a little bit higher on a good day, like 40-ish, sometimes 45 if I'm having a really good day. So if you want to have the tools and the essentials and the settings you need to hit that kind of accuracy, this video is here for you. I am IronLambro. I'm normally a fighting game streamer on twitch.tv. I'm live every Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you like this kind of content, come by and say hi. We can talk about fighting games and first-person shooting. So let's begin on how to shoot better. And to give you guys the complete information you need on how to shoot better, you're gonna bust out the notepad. And the first topic I want to talk to you guys today is DPI. Most mouse or modern mouse, especially if you have a gaming PC, lets you choose any option that's a multiple of 400. It could go up to like 400, and you see some like extreme mouse things like it goes up to 20,000. What does DPI stand for? DPI means dots per inch. It means with a little bit of movement, how far does your cursor go? So I could tell you immediately that if you're playing on 10,000 to 20,000, you're probably handicapping yourself. That is really, really hard to aim. Why is that the case? It's because generally when you want to aim on a mouse, you want to aim with a full arm swing, as opposed to you being able to do 4 360s, like a tilt of your hand. You really don't want to do 4 360s. It makes it really hard to click on 4 heads if you spin 4 times with this motion. You want to move across your entire screen with one swing and do fine adjustments with your wrist. So with that being said, most professional FPS players, they normally have a range between 400 to 1600. Me personally, my mouse settings are always set to 1200. In my opinion, if it's too low, like 400 and 800, it's very hard to navigate your day-to-day desktop usage on your machine. So 1200 is a nice comfortable medium. It's faster than most professional FPS players, but it makes navigating through Windows on a day-to-day a lot easier. So DPI, keep it between 400 and 1600 and you're good to go. If you're playing above 10,000 DPI on your mouse, most mouse software that comes with your hardware does have a setting where you can adjust it, but I definitely recommend between the 400 to 1600 setting. So that's just a start, right? Once again, you don't want to do this and then spin around 7 times, right? You don't want that. So the next thing I need you guys to adjust on your machine, if you're on Windows, if you're playing on a Mac, I don't know how you're doing it, but the next thing you need to adjust is mouse acceleration. And what this means is this is a setting that is originally created by Microsoft to make navigating through Windows easier. So if you see my cursor here, if I move here, it's gonna take my cursor here, over here. Because I'm doing it really fast, it's oh, you want to get to the other side of the screen faster. Now, you don't want that when you're playing a first-person shooter. You want to turn it off immediately, because you want precise cursor movement every single time. So if I move here, I know I'm ending up here every single time. If I move here, I know I'm ending up here every single time. I don't want Windows to guess, oh, he means up here. So you want to turn mouse acceleration off. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. On Windows, you type mouse settings, and then click mouse settings. Your Windows screen will show up. You go to additional mouse settings if you're on Windows 11, and then this little thing will show up here called mouse properties. On mouse properties, you want to go to pointer options, and then you want to uncheck enhance pointer precision. It's a misnomer. It actually makes you incredibly less precise, you want to make sure this box is off. So I'm gonna show you guys if this is on. You know, like I'm moving the same amount. I'm trying to go over here, but if I go over here, see how much it overshot? I'm gonna try to shoot for this dot here, and I'm gonna move it really fast. See how it overshoots me? But if I turn this off, I could go to the dot every single time. Well, you know, within reason. But like, it was off. It was still on before, so I was overshooting. But like, you know, with it off, you can see I could go to the same spot pretty consistently over and over again. So keep mouse pointer precision off. All right, and then finally, well, two more topics. You kind of want to have the same settings for every single game, and I'm gonna show you how you guys get the same setting from one game to another. So I'm gonna actually boot up Overwatch really fast, and I'm gonna show you some exercises you need to practice or you could use to figure out what sensitivity setting you want, and then from that point on, like, you wanna, you know, be able to apply that to every single game. I do recommend that to start when you're first starting this journey, you want to play on a setting as low as you're comfortable with. But let's boot up Overwatch really fast, and yeah, we'll do that. All right, once you launch Overwatch, you want to go to hit play, you want to go to training, and you want to go to the practice range. And you want to pick like a hit scan character with, like, you know, accurate shots every single time. So I'm gonna pick McCree really fast, and I'm gonna show you guys how to practice your aim. All right. So the first step on, like, this is my favorite two bots that I kill the most in this. You want to go from this forehead to this forehead, and as fast as possible. All right. So my sensitivity is probably way too low because I wanted to get used to something new. And I'll tell you why I made that observation is because when I try to move from here to here, I am coming up a little bit short. So what I really actually want to do is I want to make that a little bit faster, so when I flick my hand from this head to this head is exactly where I think it's going to be. So I'm going to go to the option settings, controls, and I'm going to turn this up, well, a little bit. I'm going to turn this up by 0.9 and see how we do from there. So if you're short, you want to turn your sensitivity up. If you're shooting too far, you want to turn your sensitivity down, right? So if I'm going here, when I'm trying to aim here, I want my sensitivity higher. But if I'm over here and I want to aim here, I want to turn my sensitivity down. So this feels just about right. I think the number in between would have been a little bit better. I needed a slight tweak. So this should be 0.28. Okay, so we go from here, here. All right, so we're flicking it every single time now. All right, without any looking. So we're gonna try it again. We're gonna aim this one, and then. All right, so all headshots. So you see, like, that's how you fine tune your sensitivity settings for when you are trying to figure out which one works for you. So I was actually short in my day-to-day playing, but because I'm recording this video, I found out that I could go a little bit faster and it'd be a little more comfortable for me. So keep in mind that setting. Keep in mind the setting. I was at 2.2. Oh, I'm still at 2.29. But we turn it to 2.28. All right. That was just me missing. All right, and the options saved, right? Without just double check, 2.28. That seems to be a good setting for me. And just one more test. Of course, you could go down here, and you could practice on moving targets, all right? And you generally just do drills like that to practice on moving targets and whatnot, and you'll be in good shape. Once you find your perfect setting, you want to use this for every single game you play from this point forward. I'm going to show you a website that lets you do that. And the website that lets you do that, minimize this, is besides. So do you do your testing first? If you're flicking And coming short, turn sensitivity up. If you're flicking and going too far, turn sensitivity down. Okay, and then finally, the last thing I wanted you guys to know is this website called mousesensitivity.com. So I'm gonna show you guys how this works really fast. So you go on mousesensitivity.com. I prefer centimeters, right? And so we're gonna pick the game that we're coming from, where we found out what sensitivity works for us. We're gonna put in 0.228, right? I think that was our sensitivity setting. We're gonna put in our DPI. Okay, and it's gonna tell, or is it? Oh, it's 2.28. Yeah, it was too high. It's 2.28. And we're gonna find out that in order to do a full 360, it takes us 50.638 centimeters, and that's kind of like how far we want to go for every single game. So, like, say I wanted to use this sensitivity setting that I found that I'm comfortable with in Overwatch in Monster Hunter, right? So I would put in Monster Hunter, and then like it's gonna tell me the mouse sensitivity setting I need, which is 0.21. And yeah, therefore my aim in Overwatch and my aim in Monster Hunter is only gonna be off by 0.3% because it doesn't get more sensitive than this. Another example, I could put in Back for Blood. Okay, and then it's gonna tell me my sensitivity on that should be 11.057, which would give me exactly the same sensitivity in both games. Anyways, hope that video was useful for you guys. I'm gonna do some editing now to make sure it's nice. But if you have any questions, once again, you can reach out to me through my stream every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'd love to see you guys there. But until then, bye.